Thanksgiving is a 2023 horror slasher film directed by Eli Roth, written by Jeff Rendell, and a story by Eli Roth and Jeff Rendell. It is based on Roth's mock-up trailer of the same name from the 2007 film Grindhouse, presented by Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. This is the third feature film to be adapted from one of those mock-up trailers in Grindhouse, after Robert Rodriguez's Machete and Jason Eisner's Hobo with a Shotgun. The film stars Patrick Dempsey, Addison Rae, and Gina Gershon. The movie runs for 106 minutes long, came out November 17th, 2023, and has a budget of $15 million. Now, this is a long time coming for a movie like this to be made. And it's set in Plymouth, Massachusetts, where a group of high school friends kind of are stalked over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend by a maniac killer named John Carver, who wears a pilgrim mask and has all the hat and the uniform and uses an axe and some clever ways to kill people. Now, it's very different than the Grindhouse trailer you know of, which was about 30 seconds to 2 minutes long, because we don't see the face, it's in the shadows. But when we see it in here, it's really, really different and really interesting than what you could think or imagine it could be. Before John Carver starts his new kind of crazy rampage of killing, it kicks off with the Thanksgiving before, where the local, big box store is about to open for Black Friday, or so to speak, the night before, Thursday night eve. A riot breaks out, things happen, people waiting in line for, anything that could be possibly bought on Black Friday. After several people are emerged or dead for certain reasons, which is a very, very interesting set stage for a film like this and an opening, we get into the slasher aspect of what this film is about. The script is worked into a way where we see different aspects of how everyone is connected to everything. The teenagers, and even Patrick Dempsey's character of Sheriff Newland, who is the law enforcer and goes by the book sometimes. The aspect of the fast patternness of how a slasher film could be, especially with a holiday theme to it, is very, very different. You have all those Christmas horror films. You've never had a Thanksgiving horror film. Well, this is the first. And let me tell you, it's phenomenal and amazing. The kills in here are absolutely mind-blowingly new, original, and weird. And you actually I rooted for John Carver the entire time. It's to the point where now when I watch a horror movie or a slasher film, I'm rooting for the killer and not the teens. There are some aspects like, oh, it's a little bit too overdone. No, it's a movie about, how it ties in with certain things. Even the aspect of how the Saw movies are now, everyone's connected. That's how everyone is connected in Thanksgiving. It's like, okay, what's going to happen? And the film does recreate key moments and scenes from the Grindhouse trailer. The Thanksgiving Day parade, the cutting the head off the turkey mascot, and yes, even the trampoline cheerleader scene. If you know what scene I'm talking about, then you exactly know what I mean. And also the best interesting thing, dinner at the Thanksgiving table, which is very underrated and very, very different. Finding out who the killer is, what's going on, what the motive is, it's all explained perfectly and really well done. I did not expect this movie to be really good for what it was, but for it to be the third film that's a feature film out of a mock-up trailer, very, very different and very original. Now, Robert Rodriguez's Machete had a few sequels. Hobo with a Shotgun does not have a sequel, but it should. And Thanksgiving, I feel like it's going to happen. It will get a sequel to this because word of mouth will make this film amazing and great. And having Eli Roth direct it and him going back into that genre of horror where he directed Cabin Fever, done Hostel Part 2, The Green Inferno, and certain other aspects in films, and it just works to a point where it's like, wow, he hasn't done horror in a very, very long time. He's acted in other films, especially with Inglourious Basterds with Quentin Tarantino, but with this, I mean, it's just the aspect of the kills, the new name in horror being John Carver, the way he does things, and the whole aspect of how well the characters are written. I was very surprised. I was just like, it's teens, it's cringy. No, it's not. It's like, that's happening. Did he just do that? Wow. And the voice that John Carver has menacing, straightforward, but it's a different feel to it, and it just really works. The setting is great. The cinematography is done really well. This is one of those films where I went in with very, very low expectations, and I came out with a big, big one. I was very happy to see this in theaters, and it just came out of nowhere because it's like, oh, Thanksgiving, what can happen? No, a word of mouth will definitely put this movie on the map, and we'll definitely get a sequel. I mean, who knows what the sequel will be called? It could be called Thanksgiving, Second Servings, Second Carvings, or John Carver Returns, or whatever it's called, whatever it is. It's the aspect of knowing what can happen and how that story is going to be. Because this is original, it's different. Never had a Thanksgiving horror movie, but now with this being part of that horror subgenre of holiday scares and horror, it's really, really good. The only minute little detail I didn't like was maybe the certain filmmaking aspect to it with the quick cuts, the quick jumps, and the when he's killing someone, it's like it looks away, but it focuses on it. But other than that, it was a fun movie. Certain actresses and actors I didn't feel for. I was like, all right, they can move on. Patrick Dempsey is fine. Gina Gershon is in this. Like, I haven't seen her in a horror movie or any other thing that, for that matter, in a long time. But seeing Patrick Dempsey in this was really good. Addison Rae, I'm not a fan of, I will be honest, but she did okay in this. For me, Thanksgiving gets 4.5 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Thanksgiving. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What do you think about the aspect of the story, knowing that it's based on a mock-up trailer from Grindhouse from 2007? Do you think that Eli Roth is back in the horror genre, or do you think he never left? Do you think the running time is good? And do you think that John Carver is the new face of horror? What did you think about the kills? What did you think about the story? And did you like how everything came together and how everything was connected? And do you think we'll get a sequel to Thanksgiving? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new review videos on my channel. I will see you all in the next review video. I'm Mr. Filmstock, and thank you so much for tuning in.